Hi everyone, this is Josh Kulp. We are learning Daf Kaf Aleph of Masechet Betzah. As I make this video, we just finished the period of the Chagim, Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, Sukkot. I hope everybody had a good Chagim. But I want to relate this post to something I saw that somebody I know, I won't say the name, on Facebook wrote about being a rabbi. A lot of my friends, as you might imagine, are rabbis. And I saw actually a couple posts like this. Rabbis, sort of lamenting that people were bothering them with questions, remarks about the services, comments on their sermons, either at the break fast immediately after Yom Kippur, or in general, just people telling people to be nice to their clergy. They have worked really hard over the Chagim. So part of me was saying, sometimes I'm a little bit of a tough guy. I say, toughen up. That's your job. If you don't like what people are saying to you, just don't take it to heart all that much. Ignore it and move on with your life. Respond as nicely as you can, but certainly don't complain about it. But then, right around the Chagim, I'm also reading the story on Daf Kaf Aleph. So there's a question that Rav Avia Sava, Rav Avia the elder, asks of Rav Huna. He asks him, an animal that half belongs to a non-Jew and half belongs to a Jew, can you slaughter it on Yom Tov? The problem is that you're not allowed to prepare food for non-Jews, a topic we've been studying for a while. And he said to him, it's allowed. And Rav Avia Sava responds back, what's the difference between that and voluntary offerings? Voluntary offerings part of them are able to be eaten, and yet we don't offer them on Yom Tov. And so the fact that you can eat part of the animal, according to Rav Avia Savia, shouldn't allow you to slaughter the animal. So therefore, you shouldn't be able to slaughter an animal that half belongs to a non-Jew, because that's not work that you're allowed to do on Yom Tov, even though you're eating the other half of the animal, or you could eat the other half of the animal. So Rav Huna, instead of responding, says to him, Amarle Orva Parach. A raven flew away, which there is a lot of commentary on what he's doing. Most commentators at least sort of think that he's trying to distract Rav Avia Sava. He doesn't want to answer the question. Once Rav Avia Sava leaves, Rav Huna's son says to him, isn't that Rav Avia Sava, the one who you praise all the time? He's a great man, so why did you talk to them in such a dismissing manner? And Rav Huna responds, Marle ma'avidle. What can I do? I'm very tired from all of my work, so therefore give me good food so that I can relax. And then you could ask me something that requires some reasoning. And eventually the Gemara explains the reasoning. But I thought it was interesting. The Meiri comments on this, that here is a precedent that you shouldn't ask Talmidei Chachamim, scholars, things when they're tired, because it's difficult for them when they're intellectually tired, even when they're physically tired. People shouldn't be bothered with questions. And I think that this made me sort of reconsider my being a little annoyed at rabbis who are asking for some peace and quiet after the holidays. I still think you shouldn't put a Facebook post up about that, because it seems like it's a little bit of whining, and this is your job. On the other hand, turning to the audience and turning to the congregants or people, remember Talmidei Chachamim, scholars, rabbis, are human beings as well. They get tired, they get cranky, they've worked hard. People should always remember that even the people who are doing their jobs, who really should be responding for whatever that job might be. It might be a doctor. It might be somebody who is, a plumber or something like that, and is just tired from doing their job. You have to be careful, even if they're getting paid, even as part of their job. You have to be careful and take into consideration what their mental state is at the time that you're asking them for a favor. Evidently, Rav Avia Sava was pestering Rav Huna with questions when he was really tired, and therefore he got the proverbial bird. I will leave it at that. All right, I hope everybody had a great holidays, and I'm glad that we're all back to learning.